Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports. This is just a real quick video that I wanted to throw together. This is my first impressions of NBA 2K20. This past Black Friday weekend, GameStop and some other retailers had a special price of $28, I want to say, for this game. However, I happen to have two GameStop $5 off coupons that I've been sitting on for a little while. So I was actually able to walk out the door with this game for only $20. It was like $19.70 or something like that with my $10 off coupon. Really quick, just the standard edition, nothing special about it. Just has the booklet and the game inside. I'm going to load the game up and just kind of give you my first impressions of the game. Let you know that I'm planning on doing roster edits for this game, just as I have the past 2 years for the other two games in the series. So stay with me. Let's go check some footage out. Alright, so here we are loading the first screen. I'm going to have to put it on mute because I don't want to get copyright infringement here. I apologize about the bottom corner here, but I'm putting the envelope box there to cover up my Xbox Live account screen name. So I am not online, as you can see. I don't typically play online. However, I will say that I played a little bit, simulated a few seasons. So I'm just gonna jump right into this real quick here. And the layout's pretty similar. If you go to play now, the cool thing is you have a WNBA option now. Under my league, I believe you can do a WNBA season, which is completely awesome. You can do playoffs, you can do season, you can do my league. As you can see, I started a St. Louis Sound League. My GM didn't play a lot. The one thing, I'm not going to bash NBA 2K20. That's not what this video is about. This video is about kind of giving you a snapshot to see whether or not you want to buy it for yourself. But for the second consecutive year, you cannot load a custom roster in the playoffs. That is completely ridiculous. I don't understand why 2K took that option away, and I'll explain that a little bit better to you. If you go into season, you see how it says Y select roster in the corner there? Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't let you do that for playoffs, which is the whole reason why I like to play this game, is, so I can build my teams, make my own simulated playoffs. I mean, I think that's very neat, and I don't understand why it won't let you do that. So that's kind of the features, the offline features. And again, I'm playing offline, so I can't speak for my career or my team. I just don't play online that much. But if you go to features, here are the create rosters. And as you can see, I haven't really done much with that. No roster created, but if you take a look at the rosters, and I'm just going to skip through this, unfortunately the WNBA players are not listed in this, but the all-time rosters are here still. So I'm just very quickly scrolling through this, and as you can see, there's a lot of rosters here. I think they added some historic teams towards the end here. I think this one might have been there last year, but I think these three are new, and these are basically essentially made up of people that are already on the game, so this isn't too hard for them to put this roster together, so to speak. And I'm not going to again talk about what's not good about this game. We'll maybe talk about those aspects in a different video, but I really wish they would give us some more historic teams. It seems like it's been the same ones every year, year after year. And, I mean, do we really need the 64-65 Lakers and the 70-71 Lakers? I mean, they're essentially more or less the same team. You know, adding Wilt Chamberlain would be the difference. But, there's. I wish we could replace some of these guys because obviously you can see there's a lot of fake players anyway on this team. So why not add another team if they could get the rights to it? But, I remember there used to be a 1983 Sixers team, I want to say, with Moses Malone, or 82. I don't remember what year it was, on a couple games back, and that one disappeared. And, just if we could just have another 70s or 80s team, I think that'd be neat. I mean, they really overdo it with the Bulls. There's the 86 Bulls and, 91. So there's plenty of Bulls teams if you're a Bulls fan. But, I just wishful thinking. So that's the all-time rosters. I'm going to go to create a player. As you can see, I've already downloaded a couple players offline. That's a Charles Barkley, but I don't think it's a real good one, so I'm going to probably look for a better one. But I found a young Manu Ginobili and a old Manu Ginobili. So I really haven't done any roster edits yet, but played around a little bit with the player DNA. And if you guys don't know what the player DNA is, it won't let me do anything because I'm not online. Basically, you pull up this screen and you can more or less find a player. If you're hooked on, if you go to import player DNA, you go to load download player DNA, okay? And you simply type in the person's name on the Xbox Live server. There's odds are somebody's already created that person for you. What comes to mind: Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, Rasheed Wallace, all people that if you want to do your all-time roster edits, you're going to need to go here to do it, or you could do it all by hand, which takes a long time to do with all this stuff. So, or you can export DNA and you can save it to the Xbox Live and let others, share as well. So that's just a quick, how to get your players on NBA 2K20. I'm not saving that person. And if you, ever want to, edit somebody, you can go in here and edit. Like, for example, this is a 19-year-old Barkley. Number one, Barkley was never 19 when he played in the NBA. He played in college. So at minimum, he was 21, 22 years old. And you just simply confirm those changes, and it automatically changes it for you. So, again, not a real good build of Charles Barkley. This person, obviously, they did a good job with his face, but, just the little intrinsic details of his age and how much he weighs. I mean, I don't think he weighed 253 during his playing career, as this person indicates there. So, going back to the rosters, there are some people that are missing that were on here from years past. Ginobili comes to mind right off the bat. Chris Bosh is still missing in action. Rasheed Wallace obviously never has been on the game. Connie Hawkins is missing off of the Phoenix Suns. He recently passed away a couple years ago, so I don't think they were able to secure the rights. But despite all of the things that I'm telling you, there are some great additions to the 2K20 library. For example, on the Spurs here, we now have Larry Keenan. That's one that used to not be on there. Obviously Kawhi Leonard's there still, but I'm just kind of going through these. Another one that disappeared, which, kind of stinks, is Lenny Wilkens. And I don't understand why they didn't get the rights to him. I mean, they had the rights to him in years past, but maybe they have to negotiate a new deal. But Lenny Wilkens, obviously is an all-time Seattle Supersonic, Thunder, whatever you call it. And he's also an all-time Atlanta Hawk. So, kind of disappointed not to see Lenny Wilkens here. So he disappeared off the game. But You know, I don't have the whole list of everybody that disappeared, but it was significant. But they did replace people. Like here's Kelly Tripaka on the all-time Pistons. I necessarily don't have him on the all-time Pistons, but I have him on the all-time Charlotte Hornets. So you can easily transfer him to that. I don't see... Oh, I know one that's new. They added Freddie Lewis. If you guys watch my NBA 2K19 video with the Pacers, I added Freddie Lewis, and now he is on the game. So that's very cool. You know, like I said, just running through this real quick. I'm not going to, you know, bore you too much with the details. This is already over 10 minutes. So I just wanted to give you my first impressions of the game. Let me just play a few minutes of the WNBA. Alright, so I'm loading now a WNBA game. I just thought I'd share that with you. I had to cut a little bit because the camera got blurry. So I apologize if it gets blurry while this is going on. One thing that I did notice is they don't... Nope, I better not play the music. Sorry. One thing I did notice was that they don't do the intros anymore, really. As I said that, they're doing an intro. Never mind.
Shooting guard, 6 feet, number 33, Augustus! At the power forward position, 6 feet, 1 inches, number 24, Nananisa Collier. At center, 6'6", number 34, Sylvia Fowles!
This is so cool. I mean, the first time to see this. Maya Moore. She's from Missouri, so I'm a fan of hers. I actually met her uncle once. That's the ironic part. She's from Jefferson City, Missouri, which is the capital of Missouri, and obviously a fake coach. So they only did the starting lineups for...
And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Atlanta Dream going up against the Minnesota Lynx.
For one of the teams? That doesn't make sense.
And Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us.
But the cool thing is they have different announcers.
With many teams switching against the pick and roll, what sorts of approaches are you noticing?
And again, I apologize. My camera's not the best for live action because I record on a actual camera. There's Maya. Sylvia with the rebound, puts it back in.
That temptation of isolation can be dangerous, though.
Let me move the box here. I was only covering up my Xbox Live name, but I don't need to cover it up for this.
A counter I like is slipping screens right before contact.
And I'm not going to play the whole game. I just wanted to kind of show off the WNBA footage.
Over to the left wing. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the line. Holding the shot a little left, but the bounce goes her way.
With complete focus on the task at hand, Montgomery remains locked in and repeatedly makes plays.
Got blocked.
McCautry outside. Can't tuck in.
Got a fast break. Here we go.
That's the Collier. 14 feet out.
Oh.
That shot off. And it's Atlanta the other way.
Not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 of 4 early.
It's kind of hard standing up. I'm not used to playing standing up next to a camera. I'm used to sitting in my chair, so the angle's a little bit different. But as you can say, it's pretty realistic with the graphics. There were a few things that I noticed about the WNBA, like you can see their hair flowing. Like I actually saw parts, you know, like the cut screens here, where their hair went through their body. I mean, it was one of those glitchy things that just didn't look realistic. But, you know, this is very neat that you can now play with the WNBA players on this game.
And she knocks down the first one. And that journey for Jessica Breland, at only 21 years old, she had to endure chemotherapy for Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Right.
Not only did Breland recover, she was drafted in 2011.
I'm not really calling plays or anything. I'm just kind of. Oh, that was good.
Breland's story inspires others.
And they pick up 2.
As you can tell, I'm not very good at this.
Phenomenal anticipation, but Country can
Like I said, I'm not playing plays or anything. Oh, look at the ref is even female. That's cool. Look at that up here where I'm dribbling the ball. Female referee. That's neat.
Pass to Collier. Stolen.
Another turnover.
McCautry with it.
Well,
By Moore. Now Montgomery.
you don't have to tell me, guys. I'm not very good at this.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Takes it out to McCautry. Jacks up
Another 3, and she hit it.
That's
Man.
good, and so Renee Montgomery with the assist.
Still perfecting her three-point shot. Look, if you tell
All right.
McCautry she can't do something, she'll show you that she can.
Moore, covered by McCautry.
Bad shot.
And again,
Oh.
no good by Minnesota.
That's 4 misses
Yeah,
on
that's
their
good.
first 5 attempts. Still trying to get into the flow offensively.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Here's Moore.
I can't even make a layup.
Good. The try spell continuing for him.
Wow.
Tiffany Hayes.
I'm getting my butt kicked.
The dream
Yeah,
score.
better call a timeout.
Ball movement on this run has been
The other thing that I noticed is they still have the
why they've been able to get good looks.
people standing in the middle of the floor doing nothing during timeout breaks. This time they're doing something though.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
Few players bring their team together like Angel McCautry does.
Well, they took out Maya Moore. I guess I ran her too hard.
Really knows how to get the best out of
Yeah, I'm not real good at this, guys, as you can tell. Look at that, I made a layup.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Outside Hayes. Montgomery outside. Pass to Williams.
Well, that's good defense, isn't
Lays
it?
it up and banks it in. Yeah, guys, I'd say Angel is the veteran
Pretty safe to say,
team dreams
just
of-
about anybody watching this could probably beat me. I'm not real good, as you can tell. Another layup? Yep.
And that one's good. All
I
year.
pound the ball inside. The most highest percentage shot you can make.
In a variety of ways, including in the paint.
Now here's Montgomery.
Oh, me not playing defense again.
Williams gets it to go.
They're passing the ball very crisply right now.
Their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's fouls. Elizabeth Williams
Wow.
pulls it in.
Okay.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when she's open.
Williams with it, covered by fouls. Montgomery
Let the
outside.
computer play defense. They're better than me. I was going to stand over here, hoping they don't pass it to her. There we go. Block the shot.
With a swat. Just so dominant. South has won multiple defensive
Ooh, my ball.
Player of the Year awards for a reason.
And out of bounds, the Lynx will take it. So
I just thought of one more thing I wanted to show you guys. After this quarter, I'll show you. I'm going to back out of this game.
Minnesota trailing. It's Karima Christmas Kelly on the wing.
Christmas Kelly.
And again, no good
Ooh,
by
look at me
Minnesota.
hacking. To get in a fight, that'd be awesome.
That is her first foul of the game.
But as you can see, this is a pretty fair attempt
Now here's Bentley. Robinson covering.
at the WNBA. I mean, I'm glad to finally get a chance to play with the WNBA players. I mean, this is very
A
neat.
chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Brown.
My go-to move, a
Get it off the
layup.
glass.
Just like in real life, I used to play basketball a long time ago, but it's a lot easier to make a layup than it is to shoot a three. I learned that a long time ago, even in video games. One thing I will mention, though, that it is harder to dunk with the men. I mean, most of the women don't dunk, but...
And so the first quarter in the books. It's
All right, so
They
I'm going to cut back here for a second, but as you guys can see, this is a pretty cool, see like that, her arm was around nothing. She had her arm sticking straight out. I mean, just little stuff like that.
And the first quarter in the books, second about to get underway.
Alright, so just bear with me. I want to show you one more thing. Alright, so another cool thing about this game is they actually have all-time decade rosters going back to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. So you could actually play as the 1980s All-Stars versus the 1990s All-Stars, however you want to do that. Now, unfortunately, these rosters aren't editable. I mean, I don't know why they didn't allow you to do that, because I really wish you could do the all-decade teams and edit them as you like them. I mean, I think this is a great addition to the game. Just unfortunately, you can't edit the rosters. So that's kind of a bummer, to be honest with you. So this is another new addition to 2K20 that wasn't there last year. So just wanted to throw a quick review out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm planning on doing my future roster updates with NBA 2K20, so stay tuned for that. Just got to start recording them and start editing them, so stay tuned. You'll see them soon. Thanks. Bye.